All right, today we're going to talk about dot voting. I'm Aaron Aldemus, Program Director with the Consortium for Public Education. What is dot voting? Dot voting is a visual, unbiased method for team members to make decisions together. And, as part of the design cycle, dot voting is useful at any decision-making stage of design. When working together, it's important that all voices are heard. Everyone has opinions and ideas worth sharing, but all too often, some folks don't have a space to share. Sometimes it's because the loudest, most persistent voice takes over. Or maybe it's the person with the most authority or power that makes the decisions. Therefore, it's necessary to use team decision-making structures that eliminate bias and recognize all voices equally. This allows teams to establish consensus as a group before taking action. And that's where dot voting can help. So let's talk process. Perhaps you are trying to choose favorite ideas from a brainstorm session, or deciding between prototypes, or maybe comparing concept posters. Dot voting can help democratize decision-making in all of these situations. Step 1. Display all competing ideas or designs in one space, whether working virtually or in person. Ideas should be posted relatively close together so that participants can easily access each one, like this, and not like this. Posting close together allows everyone to view all information at one time. It makes comparing ideas easier and allows everyone the opportunity to vote quickly on each concept. I'll talk more on why this is important shortly. Step 2. Ask participants to gather to examine all ideas. Depending on the complexity of the ideas, allow more time as needed. Step 3. Provide each participant with a colored sticker. Doesn't have to be a dot. Each sticker will represent one vote. Step 4. Clearly establish the intention of the vote. A dot vote might represent favorite overall concept, or favorite design feature, or maybe most exciting idea. Now, step 5. Tell participants that on the count of 3, they are going to quickly place their dot votes on their preferred idea. Make sure that participants know where they are going to cast their vote before the count. It's important that all votes are cast simultaneously so that one person's vote doesn't influence anyone else's vote. Step 6. Vote! Here you can see dot votes represented visually on each concept. In the event of a tie, provide another set of differently colored votes to participants, and vote on the tied ideas. You can also use several colors at once to represent different vote types. Remember, a vote might represent favorite overall concept, or favorite design feature, or most exciting idea, or some other representation that you choose. Now, as always, let's talk about in-person versus virtual. If you're doing dot voting in person, post items for voting in a space that will accommodate your team size, and then use colored stickers for votes. If you're working virtually, you could use an app like Padlet and upload images if voting on designs, and then turn on the reactions option and select Vote. This gives you the thumbs up and thumbs down options and doesn't allow anyone to add more than one vote at a time. Here's an example of 3 different designs posted in Padlet with the reactions turned on. Google Docs represents another virtual possibility. Create a table in Docs with enough boxes for each idea or design under consideration. Then add each idea or design to its own box. And lastly, ask participants to vote by commenting on their chosen idea or design, like this. And then, depending on your situation, the easiest option might be to use an online polling app. For example, Poll Everywhere, Zoom Polls, or Mentimeter. Here are a few tips and tricks. Do post all ideas in one space. Make sure everyone understands what the dot vote represents, And give ample time before the vote to examine each idea in detail and ask any questions. Don't let participants vote early or share their opinions before the vote. To review. Remember, this method is meant to reduce individual influence on decision-making and to ensure balanced input from all team members. Proximity and accessibility for voting is key to maintaining a simultaneous vote from all participants. And this method can be used at any point in design that requires collaborative decision-making. So, if you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe and keep an eye out for our next episode of Design Thinking for Education. Thank you.